Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I can trim the beginning. So hi, Sam. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, Scott. How are you?
All right. Everybody online listening, this is the second episode of Old Men Running, where Sam Pappas and Scott Struhl are going to just talk about what we do to follow our passion, stay in shape, and just talk crap about running and maybe some other things. So welcome aboard. So, Sam, we spoke a few weeks ago, and we've been, I guess it's been quite a few weeks since we got an update on our training for our fall races. So maybe you can, you can start talk about what you've been doing to get ready for your first race, and what is that first event that you're going to be putting on the bib for?
My first race of the actually for the fall season will be in the Rock and Roll Series in Clearwater, Florida.
Excellent.
It'll be a half marathon. I'm still considering doing the 5K the day before. Just use that as my shakeout and warm up the day prior, and that'll be in Clearwater, Florida. It's probably about 350 miles from here. So we will be going that one. That's my first one, official one of the year.
Okay. And you're going to go up the day before and stay overnight?
Yes. Well, actually, we're going to stay there probably about 3 or 4 days.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Clearwater's a nice area. That's just outside of Tampa, I think. Right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The thing I remember about Clearwater is I think that's where the first Hooters opened up.
You're right. In that area.
I remember stupid shit.
So do I.
I don't remember my middle name, but I remember that.
That's the important stuff, though.
Yeah. All right. So maybe if you PR, you can buy yourself a bucket of chicken wings or a basket of chicken wings. If you eat that stuff, I don't know.
Oh, I do. I'm a big wings guy. So
yeah, wings are awesome.
Yes.
The best wings I've ever had were for some reason in Ohio, near Ohio State University campus, and I was there on business, and
I bet you they were.
They were, just maybe because it was the college vibe, but the wings there were fantastic. I wish I remember the name of it was a bar, a brew pub kind of place, and the wings were awesome. Sometimes
those side places got the best wings.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so you're moving up to Clearwater to do a couple of different races, and how's training going? How's training going?
It's going good. In Florida where I'm at, the humidity is still high, but the temperature's going down. So I did a 12-mile tempo run on Monday, and that was probably the most. The week before I did a 13-plus mile because the temperature's going down. The humidity is still 88 to 94% usually in the mornings, but the weather is starting to break. So I'm not having to break my runs up. So it's going a lot better.
Okay, good. And no aches, pains, or strains anywhere?
Not at this point.
I'm knocking all the wood I found I have available to me to knock on. Good for you. So a little bit about me. So I had to take most of August off. So since the last time we recorded, I haven't been running a lot. I think I did like 22 miles in that 4-week period. July just knocked me out. I had that hip abductor pain or adductor. So it was a strain. I went to a doctor and they told me that it was just strained. It wasn't torn and it would just heal with time. So I became a cross trainer and turned into a swimmer and a biker and used some other machines that I had available to me, elliptical. So I kept my endurance going with those types of events, kept my heart rate going, but I just didn't do any miles because the impact of landing on my right leg just made me, squeal.
Which is totally understandable.
Yeah. So, so the miles were down. About 2 weeks ago, he told me, the doctor, that the strain seems to have subsided. He kind of feels the muscle and sees that it was not rigid and tight anymore. So he said, go out for short runs. And I've been doing that. So 3 miles at my ultimate conversation pace, like I'm the only one talking. I call it my speech pace, where I can give a speech.
Well, you just had a really long run on the dirt.
Yeah, so I felt good finally last weekend, and I put in the long run on dirt to keep the impact down. And I went out. I did about 12 miles. The goal was just to run 2 hours and to see if I can maintain it, and I did. So I'm going to try to go just a little bit longer or about the same this weekend because I'm going to be tapering for the half marathon that I'm doing
Right.
next Saturday. So I don't want to overdo it. For me, it's a running event, and I'm going to cross the finish line, but the time doesn't necessarily matter because of the injury. I could not, I couldn't do any tempo runs and get quick.
Where's that race at?
Yeah, it's an interesting location. It's called Liberty State Park in New Jersey, which is it's a park right between New Jersey and Manhattan. So you're going to be able to look out at the New York landscape and skyline and pretty views of the Hudson River. It's along the Hudson River.
Nice. Now,
So
is that a like a rock and roll run, or is that local?
it's put on by
speed?
there are two different groups here in the region. One's called NYC Runs, and they put it on. So there's NYRR, which is New York Road Runners. That's the more famous one. They put on the New York
Okay.
Marathon, the New York City Half Marathon, the Brooklyn Half that I did in May. But NYC Runs puts on a little bit smaller races, and they don't do any marathons, I don't think. Yes, they do. They do a Jersey City Marathon in the fall, in the spring, at the same location. So this is the half marathon version, and this has been going on for a while. So the bid came in the mail, and we'll see what happens next Saturday.
So what else you got on for up until December 31st for this year?
So yeah. So A and B races, and I'm actually calling both are A races. So running this small race in New York City called the New York City Marathon. I think only about 50,000 people are going to do that.
That's it. Come on.
It's small, so
that's such a local small town.
Yeah, I'll probably start training for that in a few weeks. I'm not too concerned about running 26 miles over 5 bridges and all the New York boroughs. Actually, super excited to be getting on the starting line to run my very first New York City Marathon. The first time I'm running. Well, I run in Brooklyn now, because I did the Brooklyn half. But I've never had a race through Queens, and
that'll be so exciting.
Yes, so it's going to be thrilling. Looking forward to doing that. Some of the plans are starting to come together, like how we're going to get there and what we're going to do afterwards. Still undecided, but we'll probably talk before that about what's going to be our shoe attire for our races. Maybe we'll talk about that on the next one, because I'm not ready to call the shoe that is going to go. I'm pretty sure
it's a little pre.
Yeah, for
do that yet
for the full. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty sure I know what I'm running in this for the half. I'm probably going to run in the ASICS Super Blast.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure that is going to be my my half marathon shoe.
Have you tried that out in training or anything yet?
I had about 30 miles in it, and I'll probably run with it today. So things go well. It's beautiful out. I'm going to go for a little short run after, and then a longer run tomorrow. So I might just do all Super Blast this weekend.
Okay.
Just to break it in a little bit more and make sure that's the shoe. And if it's not, then look over to my shelf and decide what other shoe I might take out. It doesn't necessarily have to be a carbon fiber plate, because I'm not racing. I just want it to be comfortable on feet. And honestly, the best shoe that I have for comfort, I believe, is this ASICS Super Blast.
Okay. And I know you're going to be doing the CIM, the California International Marathon.
Yeah. So yeah, on the tails of New York City, just at the same time that I'm going to be fully recovered from that race, I'm going to race again. So that's just 1 month from New York is CIM. So I'll be making my second running of that event. So it'll be the first marathon that I've run more than once.
Right.
So,
okay.
So we're finally getting into repeat marathons. I've done 5 marathons, and they've all been different. So New York will be my 6th different one, and then this will be my first repeat, which I never thought of until now. But look at that! So I can say, I am an incumbent. I'm not a rookie CIMer.
You are not.
I won't be.
Someday I'll be able to make it out to California to run with you and Bertrand, Coach B.
Yeah, so yeah, Coach B will be out there again. I'm not sure he's running the marathon this time. I don't think that's working into his running plans, but he did say he'll be
Right.
there. And but I'm also going to see Bertrand in New York. He's coming to Manhattan.
Right.
So he and his
You had mentioned that.
girlfriend slash wife. He doesn't call her his wife, but they might as well be married.
Yeah.
They're both coming out to do New York. So I'll see
That's
Bertrand
fantastic.
in about a month and a half. So excited for that. So the rest of the year for running seems pretty great. It is possible that I'm going to pick up a 10K race for my local run club, and that's in the middle of October. So that'll be just like a little shakeout run. It'll be a long run on my way to New York. So
Right.
it's only 10. It's either 10K or 10 miles. I don't remember what the distance is, but I've run it before. And it's well supported by the local community, and it's close by, so I might do that one as well. I volunteered it last year because I was just about to do Chicago, and I didn't want to race in the same month that I was running Chicago, but I ran it the year before, so it was pretty good.
That is a fantastic schedule you got coming up.
Yeah, so I probably will register for that. Just I want to keep the team and keep the organization going. And I know that they've been pushing for registrations. I think I get an email every day. It is. How's your inbox looking? I must get an invite to a 5K.
I get several,
like 3 a day sometimes.
I tell you, the one thing I get, they're kind of pounding me is when I ran the Austin Marathon in 2022. I can't remember for sure when it was, but they're pounding me to do it again.
Yeah.
But I've already done it once. My only repeat one I'm going to do is our kind of a local one here. It's the Panama City Beach, and I will be doing that marathon again. And actually, that's December 2nd.
Okay.
I'll be doing that one. That's my repeat one.
Okay. I guess I'm repeating the 10K on Thanksgiving. So this has been an annual tradition since we do travel for Thanksgiving to Reno, Nevada. I love Reno. It's a
beautiful area.
I love that you can be in a city, but you're surrounded by mountains. It's just
right.
To me, it's fantastic. So we just secured the same Airbnb as we rented last year. So I know exactly where we're staying. It's right across the street from a trail. So since I'm there, I'm going to be running in the Shields Turkey Trot, and everything's bigger in Reno, so it's not a 5K turkey trot; it's a 10K turkey trot. So I will be doing that on Thanksgiving day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's 2 smaller races inside of my marathons,
and that is absolutely fantastic.
So
you're busy also.
Yeah, busy. So been doing some things. Yeah, let's talk about our coaching things. How's it going since you've been an RCA coach?
It's going well. I have 3 clients. One's actually in Texas, and I got 2 in Destin, Florida, which is not too far from here. But okay. One of my clients, I've been able to go out there a few times and run with them and help them out.
That's fantastic. Okay. I don't have any paid clients yet. I'm
not doing any paid, and
okay,
for my stuff, because I want to learn, because I'm still learning.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have one active duty Army.
Okay.
And he's in Texas, and the other 2 in Destin, Florida, not too far away from here. I'm doing it all for free right now until I get really comfortable. Okay. And I may never charge, because this is a love and a hobby of mine, and I like yourself, we don't need to be like super compensated for anything. Yeah,
it's good to feel good about things. So sometimes your time is worth money, and if they're willing to, it validates your excellence and your commitment.
Right, so, and we both get something out of it, spiritually and physically.
Yeah,
the way I look at it.
So I am doing some things for paid. I am getting paid as a coach, and first it was volunteer, but I'm actually working for a company called, an organization called Bridgewater Youth Running. And here in my community, it's kind of like a rec club for ages 8 to 12-year-old kids. And we meet twice a week for an hour. I'm meeting with them tonight for our 4th session. and some of them are very cute and they're very nice. All of them are very nice.
Well,
This is
I'm
being
cute
re-
and nice too.
This is being recorded. They're all amazing kids. Not one of them is a problem. And they're so much fun to see when we say go and they run and the smile on their faces and the games that we play. So we're just trying to form and just build little runners right now. So hopefully they'll love running when they get older, and then they're going to crush records, and we'll see them in time trials, and we'll see them in world championship events. So that would be my dream if I help shape a young body to become an outstanding runner. So
And they're always going to remember that too, that you went out there and did that for them.
so I'm enjoying that twice a week. That's kind of my paid coaching gig, and it's a group of kids, and that's all I'm really doing. And then I'm just volunteering, like you said. I'm helping out with the local run club if anybody wants a training plan, or just, hey Scott, what should I do about this particular event? What would be your strategy for running a 5K and getting under 30 minutes for my first 5K? So people ask me about that. What kind of training should I do for that?
Right. Okay. That's awesome.
So that's been fun. I've been doing that. The other thing I did, I guess I'll let people know, is that I'm spending some of my part-time working in a running shoe store. This is not a sponsored event, but it could be. So thank you, Fleet Feet, which is the name of the running shoe company, shoe store that I work in Westfield, New Jersey. It's not sponsored, but you could be if you want to, Fleet Feet. Just let me know. And I sponsor them by buying some things. They give me a nice discount. This beautiful Rad Rabbit running jacket and rain jacket was given to me at a fairly good discount. So I do like working there, helping people get fit for running shoes and running apparel. So that's a bit of coaching in a sense.
It is. That's your knowledge.
A couple of weeks ago, a lot of the younger kids came in because cross country season is here. They went back to school, so I was fitting kids with spikes and nutrition for cross country, and so that was fun. I enjoy spending some time at Fleet Feet in Westfield, New Jersey. Come and see me, and we'll get you fit for any running shoes or walking shoes if you need to. So I've been enjoying that time working at the running store, just to round out my technical knowledge of this sport, and it's a lot of fun meeting people and
always learning.
Yeah, I mean, it is retail. I'm ringing people up, but my favorite part is fitting people with our Fit ID system. So we have a 3D modeler that scans your foot.
Really?
It's a very cool technology. So you stand on it, it sends some kind of airwaves to your foot and draws a picture of your exact foot shape.
Darned. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it before.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I've done it a couple of times, and it's very interesting when you tell people their actual foot size. You say, really, my foot is that big or that small? Or there's such a difference, because a lot of people's feet are, one foot is bigger than the other.
That's very true.
And
it's very true.
They're very surprised when I say that, hey, your left foot is 8.6 and your other foot is 8.1. So that's why you feel that your left shoe feels a little bit tighter, because it is a little bit tighter.
Yeah,
so,
because they're not identical, that's for sure. Yeah. They're a little bit different.
Yeah. So that's fun to do the fittings.
Well, that's an incredible technology they have for that stuff now.
Yeah. So I enjoy going there a couple of times a week and doing that. Maybe the next time we talk, I'll bring my scan up and we'll share the screen.
I would love to see that. I wish they had something around here like that.
I would do it now, but I'm not prepared, and I don't want to take the time to introduce that. So next time we talk about shoes and fittings, kind of remind me, and I'll say, "Oh, want to see?" And I'll make it
absolutely.
We'll make it sound like I can just whip it on screen just like that.
Okay.
So next time we will unveil my foot scan. I'm not embarrassed about my size 11.8 size foot. So that's been going well. I've been experimenting with some new pre-workout nutrition and new products. So again, this is not sponsored, but I like a product from a company called Scratch, and I've been playing with their Superstarch hydration. So when it was really humid, I know I needed some additional hydration before I started running. And so I
Mhm.
started taking the Scratch, and it's really good stuff.
So what's it got in it as
So
far as electrolytes and stuff?
yeah, so I mean, it has your standard sodium and potassium, but it also has some carbs in it. I
Okay.
don't know where they come from. I don't exactly know where they come from. I read the label when I was mixing it up. It's relatively clean. It doesn't have a lot of fructose in it. I mean, it has some sugars in it because you do need those when you're to rebuild your strength. So
Right.
I'm okay with having sugars in my hydration. I don't I try to look for low sugar food when I eat daily, like my regular food.
Right.
But in my nutrition, I know we need those sugars because those sugars will turn into carbs
Right.
to keep that endurance. So it is a high carb product, and it's typically for those either 30-minute hard workouts. I wouldn't take it for a recovery run because I'm not going to sweat that much unless it was 100 degrees. Maybe I would, but
Mhm.
on the tempo runs that I did the last couple weeks, I tried it and I felt really good during the run. I didn't feel bonked when I was done.
Now, is that a local or is that like a national for the
Yeah,
scratch stuff?
yeah, you can get Scratch. I mean, you might not be able to get it in your local supermarket, but you can
But
get
is it
it.
online
Yeah,
or
it's online. So it's
okay?
Scratch with a K, SKRATCH.
Okay.
And so they make some really good hydration products, and they make a couple of different ones. So just regular hydration powder, which tastes really good, and also their super starch one, which
Okay.
has a little bit more high. It's high carb.
I will
So
look into that. I'll research that a
yeah,
little bit.
I bought it from the feed. This is
That's
not a
where I
spot.
get my stuff also. Most of
Yep.
my stuff is through the feed.
Yep. So hey, the feed. If you want to be a sponsor, let Sam or I know. We'd love you to join our team. I use the feed a lot.
But that's my main go-to.
Yeah, they have a good selection, and I really like the way that you can compare the products on their site. Their mobile app is pretty good too. The
Mhm.
ability to reorder, and if you use Strava, sometimes you get some discounts because sometimes they have some challenges that you can complete, and if you do that, you get a discount. So that's another reason why I kind of like the feed. They're finding creative ways to get customers.
Right.
So I've been enjoying that. When it comes to regular meals, I'll tell you, this might sound a little odd, but this has been my go-to before I start running. I don't like having milk or any kind of dairy products before I run,
I
especially.
would not either.
So lately,
Person.
I've been doing this crazy thing. My wife kind of laughs when she sees it, but I just peel a banana and I take the peanut butter out, and I take a big spoon and I just scoop peanut butter into a big spoonful of peanut butter, bite a banana, and take some peanut butter, peanut butter, and I just eat that until the banana's gone.
Well, you know what, Scott? We are from the same mold because I've been doing that ever since I started doing the actual races.
Awesome. Yeah, banana
I'm a
peanut
peanut
butter.
butter and banana guy. I
I,
really am.
I mean, peanut butter and jelly is so old school, right? It's the new peanut butter and jelly is peanut butter and banana.
Right. Myself also. I've been doing that for almost 3 years now.
Yeah. So
So I did not know that, but that's pretty cool that we are in the same wavelength as far as
yeah,
that goes.
it's fun. I had that for breakfast today,
Yep.
and because I had to go out early. Yeah, peanut butter and banana is
That's
amazing.
crazy that we do the same thing.
So if you're listening here and you do like peanut butter banana, just let us know how many other peanut butter banana fans are out there. That'd be fun to know if Stan and I are too unique, or if there are many other people and we're just late to the party. I'm betting the latter.
Right.
Peanut butter banana has been around longer than you and I have.
Oh, it has been, but it's really good for for runs,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of nutrition in both. They don't upset your stomach. I mean, it's a
Right.
perfect pre-run meal.
It is.
Yeah,
I will usually, when I'm doing a marathon, I will have that about 2 hours prior.
yeah,
Let it get in my system and stuff, but it's always been peanut butter and banana.
yeah. It's
Always
delicious.
has been.
It's amazing. Peanut butter banana is it. And then I guess, of course, after a run, yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm usually starving after I stop
Yep.
sweating and I shower. So, what is the first thing that you replenish into your system when you're done with a run?
Actually, what I will do, I got a post-run powder I use, or I will have peanut butter and banana.
Okay, so
Bring back in.
okay, same thing back in. Okay, that's good. So I use a recovery powder too. So
Okay.
I usually make a protein shake with a recovery powder. I'll throw out another plug. This kind of is the nutrition company that I've known for quite a while and use their products. It's called Hammer Nutrition,
Yes.
and you
I've
use
used their
Hammer.
products
Yeah,
also.
our coach uses Hammer as well, and they're based in Whitefish, Montana, where my son lives, and that's how I discovered them out there. Saw them in the supermarket, and then realized, hey, they're right there in Whitefish, and I've been a customer ever since. So I use their gels, and they also have a great recovery product called Recoverite, which is it's a protein powder, but it has a couple of additional ingredients that really just replenish what you lose. So it has a little bit more sodium in it. It's great to mix with any kind of milk. I prefer almond milk rather than
Mhm.
you know, I
I
guess
would agree.
I don't know if you call it cow's milk, but the milk.
Right.
Yeah, so dairy milk. So I don't drink dairy milk. I drink mostly almond, almost exclusively. I drink almond milk.
And yes, I would agree with you.
And
And the last couple of months, I've been through the feed. I've been using Swiss RX.
okay,
I've been using their pre-run, post-run, and also the grapeseed extract.
okay. And you
And
recommend that? You like that?
I really, really do. It really, since I started taking it, it bumped my VO2 max up a little bit.
Really? That's
Yes,
great. So, and you can contribute it to that?
it didn't. My VO2 max did not go up by up to 2 points over the last 6-8 weeks
Okay.
until I started taking that. I don't know if my body just regulated and it was going to happen anyhow, but it happened shortly after I started taking the
So, all right.
right.
All right. Well, I'm going to get on the feed and take a look at that too.
Yeah,
Um,
I sent it to our coach also because he
okay.
was interested in about one of our Zoom meetings we had.
Okay. Let's finish up with something that I want to make a segment, and let's see if we remember which shoe have you put the most miles in over since the last time we spoke. And I'm going to answer the same question, and then I'm going to ask you the same question each time we talk. We're going to just end with which shoe did you use the most miles?
Lately, because of the heat and humidity in Florida and the breathability, I have been using the Vapor 2s, my older Vapor 2s,
Okay.
because they breathe better.
Okay.
And I was using the New Balance, the trainer, was it V2 that we discussed last time?
Rebel.
Or
The Rebel V2?
the one that I can't remember because I have them in the other room.
The SC trainer.
Yeah, yes. I was using those. I did use it one time this week for one of my shorter, my 5 mile I did. But the breathability for me of the Vapor 2s, because I'm soaked by the time in Florida. I'm soaked because the humidity's been so bad lately. So, but the Vapor 2s, they breathe much better. So I have been using the Vapor 2s the last couple of weeks.
Okay. I just looked over to my database of runs, and if I look through like the last 10 runs, it's all over the place. But the shoe that it looks like I ran in at least the last 6 times over the last 2 weeks has been the Saucony Triumph 20.
Right.
So the 20 is very similar to the 21 that came out earlier this year. It's a high stack shoe, mostly done for recovery runs. It's very squishy, great foam. The upper is super comfortable. And so the Triumph 20 is the one that is the most repeated shoe over the last, last 10 runs. And other than that was it looks like I ran in the SC Trainer and the Super Blast.
Okay.
Or the others. Just one run in my Magic Speed 3 that I bought just before I was injured, and I only ran in that once. So that doesn't have a lot of miles on it just yet. But
how did those feel?
The Magic Speed 3 is like a firmer Super Blast. It's really nice. It does have a carbon fiber plate, so it's a little bit of more of a Tembo shoe. Where the Super Blast is just, I mean, you could do anything in it. It's good for recovery runs. It's good for long runs. That's why I think I'm going to be very comfortable in it for less than 2 hours next Saturday when I run my half. So this week's episode, the Saucony Triumph 20 is my leader.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I
That
like that.
sounds fantastic.
All right, so that's about it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to episode 2 of the podcast, and stay tuned for more coming back in the future.
Yes, more to come.
With Scott and Sam. Take care, everybody. Bye.
You too, Scott.
Take care.
Good talking to you.